Mark.
Hello.
So tell us about your wife and her body and what you love about it and what attracts you to your wife's body.
Well, when I first saw her, I loved her figure. Like, I love an hourglass figure, and, well, she's got an hourglass. She's got that nice ratio between, like, her waist and her hips. And I thought she was pretty, and so we started talking, and I found out she's a really nice girl, too.
So you would consider yourself to be an FA? We just
I
learned
would,
that
yeah,
word
for sure.
today, that term, an FA, a fat admirer.
Yeah, well, I don't like to, use terms, but I mean, technically.
Yeah, the term is actually uncomfortable coming out of my mouth, to be honest, but Donna said it earlier, so I'm like, okay, I guess it's okay to say it, but I'm like, kind of feel weird saying it. So she, in terms of size and the scale of the women that you've dated in the past, where does Jessica fall?
Well, she's definitely on the bigger end of the range. Like, she's the biggest girl I've ever been with.
Okay. Now we're going to talk about something intimate.
Okay.
That when you guys are being intimate with each other in bed, there are certain things that you like to do.
Mm-hmm.
Like feeding her in bed while you guys are being intimate.
Well, lots of people do that. I mean, it's not just us. I mean, that's probably the infamous strawberries and chocolate and stuff. I mean, it's fairly normal.
Well, biting a strawberry and throwing some chocolate on somebody's breast or something is a little different than what you do, I think. Jessica, I think it's time you brought your husband here to tell him some things.
Yeah.
And this is a safe place for you to do that. So what do you want to tell your husband?
Mark, I brought you here today because, I mean, first of all, I love you. You know that, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I brought you because I want to tell you that you want me to get bigger, but I don't feel comfortable with that.
That's cool. I mean, you don't have to get bigger.
I'm afraid you're going to leave me.
I won't.
Okay. Tell him what else. Tell him about being fed, how that makes you feel when he feeds you.
I just don't feel it's right. Like, I don't think I have to be bigger than I am to satisfy your needs for a curvier woman,
And you don't, no.
But Mark, let's be honest here. You did tell her that you would prefer her to be 500 pounds or more.
You have.
I have, but I mean, it's not necessary,
It's not necessary?
It's like I like long hair, too.
Yeah.
Mark,
I feel like you're
shorter.
backpedaling. And I see on Jessica's face you are backpedaling and turning a little red, which is understandable.
A little,
There's like 8 cameras on you in the studio. And
well, and I don't usually talk about this part of my life either, so it's...
Got it. I understand. I totally
Can
understand.
I say something, Tyra?
Uh-huh.
A lot of men that are feeders, it's a lot of fantasy as well. So fantasy is enough to be the arousement. So
I feel like his fantasy is getting in the way with our real life, though.
Mm-hmm. One thing, Mark, that you told our producers is that you have to be honest. If she did lose a lot of weight, you might not be as attracted to her.
Well, it's possible. Like, if she got, like, skinny and down to, like, a size 12, I might not find her as physically attractive. Mm-hmm. But, I mean, even if she lost 100 pounds, I mean, I'd still find her hot.
So what's your number that you're the most comfortable with her being?
I don't like to put a number on things.
But you said 200 is too skinny?
Well, like...
You just put a number on it.
Well, like...
You did.
What I mean is, if she got, like, really, really skinny, I don't think I'd like that. But as far as, like, an actual number, I'm not like, oh, you have to weigh this much, for me to be attracted to you.
All right, Mark. I don't know. I feel a little like you're doing the back pedal on the bicycle right now. Joining us is a woman who weighed over 300 pounds when she played Jennifer Lopez's sister in the movie Selena, and she wrote about her battle with weight in her book, Under Construction, and she's a very, very, very good friend of the TYRA show, Jackie Guerra. Hola, chica. So, what do you see with Jessica and Mark? I feel Mark's just a little embarrassed and not being truly honest, because if it was that simple, Jessica would not be in turmoil. And Jessica's shaking her head like, yeah, I would not be in turmoil.
Yes. Absolutely. The reality is it's a very complex issue, but you said right at the top of the show what the issue really is, because there's one thing. First of all, can I just stop myself and say Philip has made a bajillion fans across America when he said size 14 is average? High five.
Yes, because it is.
But, there's one thing to be proud of who you are and your mission of making women feel comfortable in their own skin and love where you are, wherever you are in the stage of your development. Amen to that. But being defiant about your weight and trying to convince yourself or others that you can weigh 400, 600, 1,000 pounds and be healthy is, and I say this con todo cariño, as we say in Spanish, with all love and respect, it's a lie. It's not true. Obesity is a disease. You are 62% more likely to develop cancer when you're 100 pounds overweight.
Wow.
There is no future in weighing 600, 400 pounds. Listen, Donna, you're a beautiful person. You can live your life. And let me tell you something. TYRA, a lot of us are out there. We campaign, we volunteer, we do things so that you can live your life and make your own choices. And amen to that, sister. Right. But who's going to take care of your daughter? Because there are no fat old people. It costs American taxpayers hundreds of millions of dollars to take care of obese people. And sister, I say this to you as somebody who spent most of her life weighing 300 pounds. I know how difficult life is when you weigh that much. I know what it's like to gasp for air to go out and get the mail. Life is so much easier when you're healthy. You can make your own choice, but I'm here to tell you every 47 minutes somebody in this country dies from obesity-related complications. Punto y final. That's the truth.
We'll be right back. Punto y final.
The TYRA Show website got a makeover. There's new features for beauty and fashions and web-exclusive clips you will not see on the show.
You must be fierce because you came to the new website.
Go to TYRAShow.com now.
overweight women whose partners support them and even want them to stay heavy. But with me now is Anna, and she says that she has struggled with her weight her entire life, and she gets no support from anybody in her family. In fact, it's even worse than no support. It's almost very strong ridicule. So who in your family is giving you this ridicule that hurts the most?
It's my mother.
Your mom.
Yeah.
Okay. Tell me what the types of things that your mom says to you about your weight. First of all, how much do you weigh? You don't look that big.
240.
You're 240.
Fluctuates, yeah.
Okay. And how tall are you?
5'4".
You're 5'4". Okay, so tell me what the types of things that your mom says to you.
It's not about the negative things she says. I think what hurts mostly is the tone that she says it in.
Mm-hmm.
If you adore your parent and, you know, when they speak to you, you like to listen to them, and it's just the tone that they say things. They don't actually have to say negative things to you. It's just the tone that hurts more.
Okay, so tell me what she says, and then I can address the tone. You know
Well,
what I mean?
coming from a Greek family, you're supposedly supposed to marry Greek.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if that will happen, but to her eyes, she feels that it won't because Greek men don't like bigger girls.
And she says things like, no Greek man will ever marry you.
Yeah.
Is that tone, or is that just not nice in general?
I mean, that's hurtful. That's hurtful, and, you know, it makes me sad to hear that from my mom's mouth because of the way I look.
Okay. Does your mom have weight issues?
No, actually, at my age, she's never had issues. She's always been a size 3 to a 6.
Oh, so
And
she's really, really small.
Well, yeah, she was. She doesn't know how it is to walk in my footsteps.
Yeah.
And it's so easy to judge if you're not walking in the footsteps.
And your mom's been like a beauty queen and stuff?
Yes, in 1978, she won first place for Miss Cyprus, and I constantly hear about that, and she's received many proposals because of that, and she throws it in my face. You know, I'm being compared to constantly.
At family celebrations, when people offer you dessert, what does your mom say?
She'll watch what I put in my plate. I mean, I'm not, you know, a little kid. I'm 25, so you know, I can monitor what I eat. I can eat healthy. I can eat, you know, bad. I mean, you're allowed to splurge sometimes. Yeah. Not all the time. I mean, you know, you're human.
Well, Anna's mom is here. Eleni, come on out. Miss Eleni. So, Eleni, your daughter's hurting a little bit, but by the things that you tell her about her weight. Why do you say the things that you say?
Well, Anna's always had a problem with the weight. And I feel that every time she goes out with her friends are a little heavy as well. She gets influenced by them. And you know, it's also health issues. And she was down in Europe this year, Cyprus, and I was hoping she would find a Greek man, you know, to get married. She's 26. But they don't like him this way. They don't like him to be heavy. You know, and I'm doing it for her own good. I'm telling her because I love her.
Tell me some of the things, Mom, that you say to her. You say, no Greek man will ever want you.
It's not that any Greek man would never want her. It's just that they like them to be thin. They like them. She's beautiful. She's beautiful, and, you know, they like them to be thin, and, you know, they don't like them heavy.
I know your daughter wants to do some plus-size modeling. How do you feel about that?
She's got a beautiful face, but I'm sorry, I don't mean to be selfish, but the body, no. She has to work on her body, and she's a beautiful person. She's a, you know, beautiful girl, but...
Jackie? Go, girl.
You know, first of all, I think that, let me just say, as somebody who loves Greek food, between the Kalamata olives and the spanakopita, I don't know how you all don't weigh 400 pounds. But I think that you know, one of the things we're talking about consistently today is women using their bodies as a commodity. You, as a former beauty queen, look at your daughter and you think that the only way she's going to attract somebody is by having a skinny body. I'm the daughter of a Playboy bunny. I know what you're going through.
Your mom was a Playboy bunny?
Yeah, she wasn't this kind of bunny.
No, she was this kind.
Yeah, exactly. So I got it my whole life. And I can tell you for sure, Eleni, that the more that you push your daughter, the more that you're on her, the more she digs her heels into. I was the daughter of a bunny. It wasn't until, unfortunately, my mother was gone that I was able to deal with my own weight because, you know, it's getting the chatter out of your head. But I think the issue of women using their body as a commodity is really the bigger issue, no pun intended here, because whether you're using your body as a commodity on the internet and fulfilling fantasies by degrading yourself by putting on a dog collar and funneling hot chocolate, or you're using your body, you know, you're fulfilling these fantasies or trying to be your mother's fantasy of what a perfect woman is. You want someone to fall in love with your daughter, help her become Mrs. Right, she'll find Mr. Right.
Nice. We'll be right back.